My name is Rick Narker, and I would like to spend a couple of minutes with you sharing some of the best career advice I've ever received and how it played out in my life. But first, let me introduce myself. I received my bachelor's, master's, and PhD in material science and engineering from Lehigh University. Yes, I spent 10 years, an entire decade, earning these degrees. I know, sounds kind of crazy, right? But hear me out. The best career advice I ever received was from my dad. He told me to find what I love to do, then convince people to pay me well for it. I followed his advice by pursuing these degrees in material science and engineering from Lehigh University. So during my sophomore year, I took a material science and engineering class. Guess what we studied? The material science involved with bikes. Over the course of that class, I realized that every engineer works with materials. You see, materials engineering is interdisciplinary by its very nature. Mechanical engineers, civil engineers, chemical engineers, they all work with materials. If I wanted to make an impact as an engineer, it would involve mastering materials. Material science and engineering helped me to make sense of the physical world that surrounds us. What I also really enjoyed about studying material science and engineering was how hands-on it was. In the first labs that I took, we were breaking samples, processing material by melting metal and casting it, using microscopes to understand the microstructure of materials and how that influenced their properties. Later in my undergraduate studies, I learned how to reverse engineer the fabrication of a 5.56 millimeter NATO cartridge, the same ammunition used by the US military. During my senior year, I had a class in forensic material science where I was able to uncover how a piece of gym equipment failed. It was like the engineering equivalent of the hit show CSI. You remember how I said that I broke 2 mountain bike frames in a fork? Well, by my senior year at Lehigh, I could tell you why. It was like solving a mystery. My education in material science and engineering had a tremendous impact on both my professional and personal life. Early in my career, my degree helped me earn a commission as an officer in the United States Air Force. It also equipped me to work on the most technologically advanced airframe in the Air Force at that time, the B-2 stealth bomber. After serving on active duty, I returned to Lehigh to pursue my master's and PhD in material science and engineering. As I was completing my graduate studies, I interviewed with several world-class organizations and received 5 job offers. Since then, I have worked for a Fortune 500 company, using my degrees to build multi-billion-dollar projects, develop new materials with improved corrosion resistance, and maintaining operating infrastructure that provides energy and products that benefit the lives of millions of people. I've had the opportunity to both lead the materials engineering efforts in these areas and to work with very intelligent, capable, and creative colleagues. My education at Lehigh University has opened up many doors of opportunity, both personally and professionally. I've had a very rewarding career that's allowed me to travel around the world for both work and play, to include living in and traveling to more than a dozen countries in 4 continents, doing what I love to do and getting paid well for it. It has also helped me provide for both my family and support ministries that help people in need. Lastly, the faculty and staff in the Material Science and Engineering Department at Lehigh University were so helpful and friendly. They didn't just treat me like a student, but as a person. They had a passion to really help each student not only understand what they were teaching, but to apply it to solve real-world challenges. And when I was in graduate school, so many of the staff went out of their way to lend a hand and provide practical advice when my experiments were not working as planned, which unfortunately happened more often than I would have liked. In short, the faculty and staff genuinely cared. They cared about not only me, but my family. So I strongly encourage you to pursue an education in material science and engineering at Lehigh University. It has opened up the doors of opportunity for me. I am confident that I can do the same for you. Thank you.